Hey guys, Taylor from Culture of Gaming here. Our sincerest apologies, but the first 12 minutes of this episode are riddled with some technical difficulties that are eventually resolved due to the process of switching systems. So we thank you very much for your patience and hope you enjoy the Power Up podcast.
I'm your host, Taylor, and this will be the last time I'm speaking through this headset. Anyway, I'm of course joined by Anthony Dennis.
How you doing?
Good, how about yourself?
Getting there. Bit late today,
Alright.
but not too bad.
Yeah, we had some technical problems. I've been trying to build my PC both throughout the night last night and well into the day today. Still trying to work in progress. I do kind of have it set up on the side though, so
Ooh.
yeah, it's
Cool. It's getting there.
It's coming there.
Yeah.
It's getting there as we speak. And yeah. So anyway, Anthony, what you been doing this past week?
Just, gaming and whatnot. I made the plunge and bought a Switch.
Yes.
Haven't got it yet though. It's been shipped.
Aw.
Got shipped yesterday, which was good. So I should get it Monday or Tuesday. I just need to get a Pro Controller for it. It's like a neon one. And got Breath of the Wild with it as well. Didn't get it on sale. I could have got it for $5 cheaper, but hey, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm super keen for that. I've been wanting to get a Switch for absolutely ages, and finally have decided to get one. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So it should be good.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. You said the accessories were going to come in first though before it, right?
Yeah, so I got a case, like a Zelda case off Amazon, which is supposed to come tomorrow, Monday. And then I got a screen protector thing from eBay as well, like one of the tempered glass ones.
Okay. Those are really nice.
Yeah, they're good. That was like $2. And that's supposed to be coming on Tuesday as well, and the console's supposed to be here on Wednesday. So.
Oh wow. Okay. It's gonna be a really fun week for you.
Definitely.
Then I'm also joined by Andrew. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. I'm full of turkey still, and yeah, holiday cheer. So I'm doing well.
Yep, still on that turkey coma.
Oh, I mean, I eat a lot of turkey all the time, so
Okay.
Cool.
always
Turkey sandwiches are good,
dude, the best.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So what you been gaming this past week? What you been doing?
I finally did it. I did the impossible. I finished Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Well, I'm in now what is known as the epilogue,
Oh.
which
Got
I've heard is like 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty far into that. I'm probably like halfway through that. So finished that game. It's pretty good. I like that game.
You like it? Okay.
I think I like it. Yeah, after spending
You
like
like
60, probably 60 hours in that game, it took me. I don't know. There's no in-game counter, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then I bought a PSVR. It was finally PlayStation VR, finally on sale for like enough. I was like, I guess I could drop $200 and get a PlayStation VR. And
I suppose.
it came with like Astro Boy, which I've heard, or Astro Bot, excuse me, which is like really good.
Yeah.
And it also came with Moss. It's like a mouse. You're like a mouse. I don't know. I haven't gotten time to mess with it too much because of the holidays.
Okay.
Just a little bit of Tetris in VR, which is cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really like it. I do wish obviously this is not a game thing. I wish it was just a little more clear, like the vision. Like you can really get that screen door effect.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like it's a little fuzzy and like I feel weird because I have like pretty good vision, so I'm just like trying to suck this thing into my face as close as possible. Because it's like if the further away from me, the blurrier it is. So I have to really just get it up in there.
Yeah. Do you know the resolution of the screens off the top of your head by chance?
Nah, not off the top of my head. I don't think
Okay.
it is very high.
Okay.
To be honest,
I believe it's lower than the Oculus Rift.
I
so.
believe it's the lowest out of the 3 big heads.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, all the best games are on PSVR right now. So
Oh no.
kind of weird that like not the best headset, but best games. So it's in a weird spot, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to, like, I didn't get the Move controllers. I want to get those and bring it down to my family for Christmas and have them mess around in VR. It'd be kind of fun. So looking forward to that.
All right, very cool. And then Omar, you return. You're becoming more and more of a frequent guest on the podcast.
That's the goal.
Awesome. Yeah, well, we're glad to have you. What you been doing this past week?
A lot of turkey, a lot of video games.
Yeah.
Mostly been playing Pokemon recently.
Okay.
Still sprinkling in a little Mario Odyssey here and there, and some Tetris.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just seeing it here. It looks like the resolution for the screen on the PSVR is 1080 by 960. Which is that's just one screen, and then the Rift and the Vive have 2 screens per eye that are 1080 by 1200.
Oh, okay. That's not. I thought it was worse.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It's still good, and it's an OLED screen, so the colors will look nice too.
Doesn't hurt my eyes as much.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. And then, so yeah, the Americans are getting over their Thanksgiving hangovers. Whether turkey or alcohol, you decide. Anyway, so our main site is, of course, cultureofgaming.com, facebook.com/cultureofgaming, Twitter @cog.net, Instagram @cultureofgaming, YouTube. You know how it goes here with YouTube. No cool custom URL yet. Get us to 100 subscribers on YouTube. We have pretty good content on there. Once we get 100 subscribers, I'd stop saying this whole thing. And and just tell you to go to youtube.com/cultureofgaming. Or whatever it will be. But if you search us, we come up pretty quick now. So that's a good sign, at least. Anyway, past that, twitch.tv/cultureofgaming. You might be there right now. We have a MySpace with Power Up Podcast, which is myspace.com/poweruppod. And then keep in mind, you as the audience can ask us questions through any of these channels. But the best channels to do it through will be through either the community Discord, which you can find a link to on our main site, or of course, Twitch chat as we see it live right now. Anyway, so gaming news. Looks like the Xbox might be cutting some dead weight there. So Andrew, what's up?
Yeah. All right. So this is a little old news because, I mean, I'll be honest. Let's be honest. It's been slow, right? We mostly just been talking about Black Friday the last week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this came out a little bit after Sony was talking about not being at E3, but basically there's this website, I'm hopefully pronouncing this right, Thurrott, I think.
Okay.
But they're like they cover a lot of Microsoft stuff, lots of Xbox, like Windows, all that stuff. And this is just a rumor. But basically, next year supposedly they're gonna put out a discless console.
Okay.
Which is interesting because it's kind of like that's what they were trying to do in the first place, right? Sort of.
Maybe.
Like, kind of make everything digital.
Yeah, I mean, well, at the very least, the market has definitely moved towards it the past few years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people are doing digital only, and it's going to be an Xbox One X, One S, One S, not a One X. So
okay.
Supposedly for $200, so super cheap, and you'll be able to jump in without a disk drive. And I thought that was interesting because I want to get your guys' thoughts. If you think that's a good price, $200, if they can go cheaper, that's probably better.
So I'm sorry, is it $200 off?
No, just $200 total. So I guess
for an Xbox One S.
Yes, without a disk drive.
Okay. What's the storage like on it?
That's something that I don't think is on this website.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate because I was thinking about that. Yeah, they're looking. So this is saying they're trying to get it down, according to this website, to 100.
Okay.
It's expected to be about 200. So yeah, so it's targeted next year, like I said. But I just want to see how people thought about a diskless drive. People always talk about, the future is going all digital. You think next year is ready for this diskless, only downloading stuff possible? We'll start with Taylor, I guess. You wanna hit it off, Taylor?
Yeah, without knowing storage, it's hard for me to have an opinion on this sort of thing.
What would this storage have to be for you to be okay with it?
About 1 terabyte.
1 terabyte.
But isn't like base Xbox One S anyway? Isn't that 500 gigs?
The One S might be a 1 terabyte.
Okay. So yeah, for me, this whole thing is really dependent on storage. But I mean, $200 is great for a console type thing. But unless you have the internet speed to back it up, be constantly uninstalling, reinstalling, these sometimes upwards of 100 GB games, just depending on what you're playing lately, then yeah, I think it'll be kind of annoying. And if they gimp storage to further cut costs when doing an all digital console, that's kind of an oxymoron at the same time. But also, it's just like, one of my biggest critiques of this latest generation of consoles going back to 2013 was always storage. I thought they were very, and I think they eventually made a lot higher, or it's like they could have done a lot better critically and everything had they included the higher storage options from the get-go at the prices they launched at. Yeah. But other than that, I definitely, I do like all digital stuff. I've been a PC gamer for like 12 years. My latest system build hasn't had a disk drive. I don't think I've had a disk drive in like 4 years. So maybe 5 years now.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I think people like don't buy disk drives anymore for their PCs. I could be wrong though. Like, I don't have one of mine, so.
Oh, there are people that do. There are people that do.
True.
Yeah, this kind of doesn't make sense to me. I guess I can understand having a less expensive, like extremely budget version of the Xbox, but at the same time, that it just seems like bad timing, because if this is going to be coming out before E3, then maybe. But I feel like they're probably going to hit E3 really big with their next console, and then if they release this after that, people aren't going to really care.
This kind of like blends into the like streaming services they have, right? So if you just buy their box and you get in the Game Pass, right? Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
Then you're just able to play Game Pass. Oh, if this is $100, I feel like and you have the internet to like back it up. I think that's pretty hard not to pass up if you want to play games in general, because Game Pass is what, like $5? No, it's more than $5 a month, right?
No, is it 15?
Yeah, it's 10 or $15 a month probably.
Yeah, I know they also had, I think it was over the summer, they came out with I can't remember exactly what it was called, but essentially where you would finance an Xbox over a certain amount of time and you'd get Xbox Live and Game Pass along with it. So it'd be interesting to see if that is the deal you'd be able to get with this, because that would make it a better option for people. But again, it's so close to the release of the next console. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a great option for people.
The final Xbox One S, right? Like this is the last one they put out before they put out they're whatever they're calling it, Scarlet, right?
Yeah,
I think is what they're calling it.
Oh no, that might make for decent marketing.
Kind of reminds me of what Nintendo did with the Wii Mini.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's like an extremely gimped console.
That one didn't have a disc drive either, right?
I swear it did. I swear it did.
It did. I just.
All right, and hello everyone. I think we are back to live. At least we should be. Whatnot. I really hope we are. Anyway, so as we were talking about, we just switched over streaming PCs really quick, so things should be doing pretty well here. Anyway, so as we were talking about, the Xbox is planning on an Xbox One S release next year that's going to be ditching the disc tray. So that's kind of the long and short of it, and we were just kind of weighing in. So, Anthony, we never really got to hear what your opinion was.
Yes, so, can you actually hear me this time?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Well, I think, once again, it comes back down to the whole, like, size and everything, like what hard drive it's got in it, if it's 500 gig or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think the One S's have 1 terabyte, as Andrew said earlier.
Okay.
Which should be okay, but I mean, for instance, like I had a 1.5 terabyte.
Yeah.
Because I had like an external hard drive as well. That filled up after like 20 games or so.
Wow.
So I think ideally they need to kind of extend the storage as well to maybe out to 2 terabyte or something like that.
Yeah.
But from like is where it's at the moment, unless you've got like a I mean, I have a disc drive on my PC only because I play older PC games like Corpse or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, digital is definitely the way everything's going to be going. So I see it as kind of a positive step forward, but they need to extend the storage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if it's not like the other Xboxes where you can just plug in an external drive to storage.
Right.
Sure. They also said here, I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you have physical games, you can take them into like a retail store, and they'll like give you a code for it. Okay. So I guess that's sort of interesting if you already have an Xbox. Like I said, this is all rumor anyway, but like, so they'll take your game, and then I'm assuming they'll take your game and then just give you a digital code for it?
So buy the game in the store, get the code, and return the game in the store.
Oh, shit.
Oh man!
It'll be like the game store. They'll open it for you. Hold on, let me make sure this is just open for you.
What?
We'll give you 50 cents.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, I'm interested to see because if they can do it right, like the right price and the right storage, like maybe this sets the tone for future Xbox like consoles. Like, hey, people are buying the one without their drive. Maybe we can do this.
Right. And just to clarify on this one, what's what is the proposed price for this?
So they're saying 200 or less. I think they were saying between 100 and 200.
Okay.
There's no, like I said, it's a rumor, so it's not like set the price. Yeah, but by next year, let's say they announce Scarlet, or they've already announced Scarlet. Let's say it's like an official announcement of the next Xbox. Then I could assume this is going to be at least maybe 150. If they can get it down to 100, that'd probably be the way to go. Because they're right now they're like 250, I think, right? Most of the time you can probably find Xbox One like 250.
Okay.
Like
then
maybe the retail price is 300, but
okay,
you could probably find them for 250.
I'd say 200 is where it'll settle then, to be honest.
You think so? 200?
Yeah. Because you look at, so it's a Blu-ray reader, right?
Yeah, it'll be a Blu-ray.
If I were to go out to like Fry's or Micro Center right now and buy a Blu-ray reader for my PC, it'd be like $80. Microsoft.
And it is a 4K Blu-ray player, so it might be even a little more expensive than that.
Oh, okay. Then maybe, I don't know, maybe 150 isn't so unobtainable after all. It kind of depends on what Microsoft gets in terms of a hardware deal from whatever supplier does it. So
I'm actually curious because I want to see a smaller Xbox. Those things are massive. Well, Xbox One X is pretty small, but
at least they got rid of the power pack thing.
Oh, the breakout, the like.
To burn a hole through your carpet and your floor.
I forgot that. I haven't had an Xbox in a while, and PlayStation hasn't had one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, curious. I'm just curious what you guys feel about if the digital future is the way we're going.
No, it is definitely the way we're going. I'd say,
But I don't know though. Like with a console like Switch, for instance, to me, it's kind of because the whole thing is with Nintendo, because Nintendo do their own thing and they've got every one of their games is quality kind of thing. It's not where they're pushed out half finished and they're given an update straight away or a patch or whatever. So if you've got a console like a Switch, to me, it's like the only way to buy physical, not to go digital.
That depends on how much of a baller SD card you put in there.
Well, yeah, that's the thing as well.
Well, you can get them pretty cheap right now, but
like in my own, I have a 256, and I pretty much now only get games digitally because then that way I can just have all of my games with me no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Although I do have to say, it's like the Switch case or whatever, or it's like the one that I recommend to people. It does have like space for like 6 games or so, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I think I have that one.
It's like the Traveler Deluxe or whatever.
Yeah, I have a pretty generic like Amazon case. And it holds like I think 12 probably.
Yeah, they kind of went the way of DS cartridge games and everything, which made sense.
Right.
Although a little bit.
How big are they? Just random question.
What do you mean?
Cartridges? They're like the size of like a regular SD.
I mean, like how big are the games?
Oh, they're.
Oh.
Well, it's like Bayonetta was around 20 gigs, I think.
Oh,
I
wow.
would say
Okay.
Doom was pretty high up there.
If you wanted multiplayer for Doom, it was like a
that's what it was.
32 gig download.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because you got the cartridge without the multiplayer on it. You
Yeah.
download. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
It's interesting. It's an interesting thought though that we could just because I do digital only on PC, but then I'm like, no, I'll just buy a disc.
Yeah.
When it comes to my PlayStation, I guess because I like to take them places. I could just download them. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore. I should probably just go digital. Save space.
Right.
So, look at my collection.
Do it.
I know. Part of me is like, dude, I have this just crate full of games. And I'm like,
Hell yeah.
keep
That's
adding
so
to
cool.
it. I know. Stuffed in my closet somewhere. So
All right.
probably
Yeah.
just digital only now.
Pretty soon, people are going to start selling like hard drives preloaded with games.
Oh, it has to do with licenses though, so you couldn't probably do that.
Right.
No, but you never know.
Mm.
Reminds me of this old like Facebook comment thread that I saw that described a graphics card as a hard drive full of games.
Fair enough.
All right. Anyway, so moving on past that, Anthony, the Switch is doing really well.
Yeah, so this is like I've kind of got 2 news stories this week, but this is just kind of a tiny like spec, I suppose. So the Switch has officially outsold the GameCube. I think this week it had one of its record weeks this week, so it had one of the most sales, probably due to Black Friday and all that kind of thing. Chrome is being very temperamental for me as usual, so I can't really see the specifics. But it has sold 21.78 million units.
Damn.
Which, compared to the GameCube was 21.74 million.
Yeah.
And the Switch is 21.78.
Okay.
So they're going pretty darn well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much of a news story, but a question I do have is, do you think it's going to continue going? Because it's been out for like, what, a year and a bit now?
Almost 2, right?
Yeah,
Coming up
almost
in
2.
March will be 2, yeah.
Yeah, March.
So do you think like it's going to keep on going for the next couple of years until they do the new console? Like, do you think it's going to be a consistent sale rate for the console? Or do you think it's going to start dying off?
No, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like using you as an antidote here. Like you've wanted to Switch for a while, but you just now got one. So it's not really fair to say people who want Switches have already got one. So
Yeah, I feel like as long as they keep releasing quality first-party games, then they'll be fine.
yeah.
In between, they'll have some random ports from third parties here and there. That's kind of like what we've seen this year, a lot of.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as they keep pushing out, like next year they have Animal Crossing and they have possibly Bayonetta and they have Fire Emblem, and Pokemon, and then Metroid, and then Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah. They got a lot going on. And they're bringing, I think, new Super Mario Brothers to Switch, aren't they?
Right.
The U
Oh,
version.
that's
I believe in
right.
January.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is
I
it?
mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
okay.
that thing. Yeah, I think that Nintendo's doing a great job. It's a great little console, right? Switch is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, and it's a great kids console. I just think that they need to really get on that software front because for first party, because I'm looking at what I want to get there, and I'm like, oh, I could get on my Switch because it's a good game to travel with. But I'd probably just rather play it on a PS4 controller,
Yeah.
either on my PC or my PS4. I don't know. What did I bought something recently? Oh, I bought that Castlevania-esque game. Sorry, it's not Castlevania.
Bloodstained, yeah.
Yeah, I bought that one.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a good little travel game, right? And so whatever, that goes on there. But anything bigger that I want to get for longer, than, half an hour at a time or an hour at a time, I usually just go straight to bigger consoles.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, and that's the thing, to me, if I can get a game on PC, then I'll get it on PC.
Yeah.
I'm primarily buying a Switch just for, Nintendo games predominantly. Or something that I've already played, like Doom, that I can get for really cheap or something like that.
Sure.
But I don't think they're going to keep on going very well as far as the whole remake thing is concerned.
Okay.
I think that's going to die off pretty quick.
Okay.
Apart from that, like if they continue with like bringing apps to the console and like first party stuff and all that, they'll keep on going for the next couple of years, I reckon, until their next console comes out anyway.
Do you think the lack of, say, Netflix or YouTube on the Switch is significant to hinder sales in any sort of degree or way?
YouTube just
they-
came out recently.
Oh,
Yeah, they
Okay.
announced one of those. Like, was it YouTube was the one?
Yeah,
Okay.
YouTube is out on it now.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I think that's important for existing users, not necessarily new users, or
Right.
new
Yeah.
potential buyers.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing with the Switch is being able to use it on the go, and that's why it's kind of better as a game console anyway, just because it would just kind of be like a
Tablet.
tablet,
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a tablet, then yeah.
And that's kind of what Nintendo has said since everyone has been saying, "Oh, where's Netflix? Where's YouTube? Where's Hulu?"
Yeah.
It's just, well,
Yeah,
you already have these devices around you that do all these things. We didn't really think it was necessary.
Yeah, those
But if it's like your only console, like, then you're.
yeah.
And you don't have a laptop.
Yeah,
you
you
don't
don't,
have a tablet.
you don't have a Fire TV or whatever.
Right. Well, no, that was
Yeah.
definitely something like that the Switch actually received a lot of critiques for and everything when it first came out.
yeah.
Was, there's no Hulu, there's no Netflix, there's no YouTube type thing. And I've never quite understood why, I never quite understood just, why would people want that type thing. Because, as Omar was running up, we have phones. Like this, my phone here, it's not so small compared to a Switch, It's like,
Yeah.
and plus my phone has a higher resolution screen.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's like, I'm going to want to, it's like,
Yeah.
Point.
And that's the thing as well, like it's not a whole media system, it's a game console, unlike Microsoft's attempt at an Xbox One. And I think they need to keep it where it's gaming first and all these apps and stuff second.
okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. Nintendo always has such a strong start at the gate.
Yeah.
Like you look at all their consoles and I feel like they sell a lot in the
Wii U.
beginning. Well, maybe not the Wii U.
Nintendo usually bundles like a killer app with the,
But
Yeah.
you Nintendo 3DS?
like the Wii launched with Twilight Princess.
Right.
Yeah.
And this one launched with Zelda, and then Mario came out
Yeah.
a couple months later.
Right.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild was definitely the big seller. Because, I know, it's like, it was the seller for me, right? Because, I hadn't... Wii U was okay, right? Barely
I have
played
one of
on it.
those things.
Yeah. Barely
Yeah.
played on it, right? I don't want
I
to
have,
say...
like,
Like
three games.
$80 at the moment over here.
I have like 3 games for that thing. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. I don't want to say I was actively, following the Switch necessarily in the sense of I was having plans to buy it, but then it's just the day I remember I was on launch night or whatever, or it's the night before it launched, or whatever, or kind of the day of, because it would launch at midnight, however you want to quantify this time frame here. I remember, it's my phone just got absolutely blasted with all these 10 out of 10 reviews for Breath of the Wild and everything, and people were just high praises for this game. And then I looked in a little bit more to the Switch and whatnot, and it was just this seems pretty cool. And I made that really impulsive decision just that day after seeing all these reviews. It's you know what, I'm gonna go buy a Switch.
Get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. So my buddy and I went to the midnight release, and
Totally.
it was a ton of fun, and I don't regret it. I love the little thing. I carry it in my backpack every day. So
Yeah,
It
if
was fun. Yeah.
if I was commuting more on the train, I would probably be playing it every day, but I'm not commuting as much in the train anymore.
all right, that's fair. Anthony, you ready? You ready to join the cult?
Well, it's a funny thing actually. When it first came out, or just before it first came out, my brother was just such a he was just this thing is crap. It's so bad.
Oh, really?
Don't even think about it. It's gonna have no games on it. It's just this and it's that and blah blah blah. And I was kind of going along with him a bit because it's he's your older brother and he knows what he's talking about. And then,
Yeah.
I mean, I still kind of agree. When it first came out, it didn't really have that much on it. And I think now, nearly 2 years after it's out, it's the perfect time to buy one
Mhm.
because there's stuff on it to support it, and it'll keep you busy,
Yeah.
and you can catch up, and it's kind of a never-ending cycle of games coming out, kind of thing, because then you can catch up on all of the pre-release stuff, and then you're gonna have new stuff, and it's a good cycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's great. Yeah, that was supposed to be your mini news spot.
Okay,
No,
so
fine.
mini
But
news.
anyway, what is the other half of this?
Okay, so Sony very recently. So this is Sony Computer Entertainment.
All right, so Japan.
Yep,
Yeah,
basically.
okay.
I don't know I couldn't actually find an article on the actual specifics of this, but they've recently come out with a bunch of new kind of guidelines on, like what's it called, inappropriate content, I suppose you could say, and like what they allow on their system and what they don't allow, and they've kind of changed everything of what they've gotten a lot stricter of what they're allowing.
I've heard about this
Basically.
actually. Basically, it's like there's a string of like visual novels that have been coming out the past couple months, and like the Switch would be uncensored, but then the PS4 would have the censored version.
Yes.
Okay, anyway, sorry, keep going.
No, that's all good. So there's been about 5 or 6 games impacted by this, where basically areas that they deem to be inappropriate to look at, I suppose, they would have light over them, like a white light.
Oh, it's just like anime. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
basically.
the typical like censored version of.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not doing a very good job of explaining this, but anyway. So, yeah, and basically this is... A lot of people have been worried that this is going to be impacting Catherine Full Body, which is going to be coming out later next year, like mid-next year or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's been, like, once Sony basically came out with these guidelines, about 50 or so people tweeted out the developer, which is who's developing this game.
Yeah.
And they're like, for instance, some of the questions were, the scenes in the trailer won't get hidden behind mysterious white light, will they? Are there any regulations that weren't in the PlayStation 3 version being put in? That's the only thing I'm a bit worried about. Are white lights going to shine over each etchy scene, whatever that means?
Etchy is like Omar,
It's a bad word. You shouldn't say that.
How would you define
Not
etchy outside of like... Okay, it's like 95% of the way there to porn.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No worries. In regards to recent talks surrounding the PS4, are there any regulations? Oh, wow, that's very poorly written. In regards to recent talks surrounding the PS4, are there any regulations? I want an honest answer. And then the studio basically tweeted back and said, there are no mysterious white lights in Catherine Full Body. We went as far as we could go without the light shining. To everyone worried about what's going to happen, we love you all. We received about 10 or more of the same questions regarding this. And they've basically responded to each and every tweet regarding this. Like, there's about 20 or so tweets that I'm not going to read through.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so what do you guys think about, because Steam has very recently gone the other way and basically is allowing everything now.
Right.
What do you
is
think about
glorious.
Sony going the opposite and being like, no, we're not allowing anything anymore?
The biggest thing that kind of bothers me with it is when people refer to it as censorship, as far as like, oh, they're taking these things out of the game. It's like, it doesn't really change the game all too much. It's just they're not being very transparent with the reason why they're complaining about it. They're saying that, oh, it's because they're going to take all of our stuff away. When really it's just, I want more fan service in my games.
Well, actually, I do kind of want to take Omar up on this a little bit because, because like the argument that I always heard wasn't necessarily that like it's a censorship issue. It's more of a disrespect for the artist type thing.
By Sony, you mean? Like,
yeah, by like putting white lights over like a nude image or something like that. You know, it's like censoring those parts. It's a disrespect to the artist.
I mean,
I guess you could definitely go that path, but
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
I
that's the
haven't really
common
heard
argument that
anything
gets
from artists complaining about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that's a common argument that gets brought up for it. Yeah. All right. Anyway. So
I'm two minds of this. Like, we gotta protect children. Gotta protect those children. But at the same time,
But
like,
they shouldn't be playing it in the first place.
that was my
Right,
second point.
yeah.
Like, this is an M game. Is it M?
Yeah,
I'm
it's M.
assuming it's M.
Yeah.
So, like, theoretically, like, the people who should be playing this are 17 or 18.
I think it's R over here, to be honest.
So, like, I think the big issue comes with how the ESRB defines the M rating over in the US. Because,
Sure.
like, so it's like pornography consumption is illegal in the US if you're under 18. Okay? You have to. You only have to be 17 to buy an M game.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It should be like equal across the board kind of thing.
Right. Exactly.
The other issue is the age of people being portrayed in the game. Sometimes, because just the taboos and different things are different in the U.S. and Japan.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
Is this-
Everyone in
18%.
Catherine is well of age.
Is this?
Yeah.
Is this
At least that, yeah. But other games,
Yeah. Other games. Yeah.
not
But
really.
yeah, like those other games that could have been suppressed might have had dodgy stuff in them. So.
Yeah. Andrew, what's
is
up?
this is this an exclusive game? I want to say it is, but I could be wrong.
I think it's coming to Switch also.
Oh, it's coming to Switch and PS4.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads me to my next point. If you wanna see all the wonderful like nudity in these visual novels, whether Catherine's not really a visual novel, it's a puzzle game. If you want to see all the wonderful nudity, play it on Switch and not PS4.
Don't be one of those sickos that plays it in public, okay?
Yeah,
Keep it at
seriously
your
though.
home.
You would, yeah, wow.
Time and place for everything, guys.
Yeah.
I just find it funny that Nintendo's like, you never really think of Nintendo as someone who would allow this kind of stuff. It's kind of like the opposite, you know. You'd think Sony would allow it, but then Nintendo wouldn't, kind of thing.
My buddy and I kind of hashed that part out, we kind of read the
Yeah.
conclusion. It's like I think Nintendo's figured out, you know, it's like people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you know, people will want to play these types of games, type thing. You know, it's like we might as well just give it to them.
Makes me wonder too if it has anything to do with the fact that the Switch is region free, that I guess people would just go ahead and buy the Japanese version if the US version was censored.
Is the Switch region free? Is it?
You can make a Japanese account pretty easily.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
want to go that route.
Yeah, I just did it the other day actually to get the Katamari Damacy demo.
Nice.
And you can just buy like points off of some website.
Yeah.
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 It ain't no problem.
Nah, it's not.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the whole kind of nudity in gaming and all that kind of stuff, I'm personally against it just because of what, like, my beliefs and whatnot.
Okay.
But on the other side of things, kids shouldn't be playing this kind of stuff. And there is kind of a place for all this because there's, you know, movies and there's this and that and there's
And that place is Nintendo Switch.
There's a whole other side of this, and I think a good reference to this is China with Rainbow Six as well. Like getting rid of, you know, going over the whole game and getting rid of everything out, or Ubisoft doing this anyway, getting rid of everything out of everybody's games rather than just making a different version for China. Sure. I think it kind of needs to be, you know, depending on the country or whatever, it needs to be different for each country for what they allow. But we can't just then again make exceptions for, you know, kids might get their hands on it, so let's not have anything in gaming or movies or anything at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it comes down to parents in the end of what they let their kids play, what they let their kids watch, and I think it needs to be a lot stricter in that department.
Right.
To be honest.
I'm just of like, hey, like, there's so many violent video games, like people getting their heads blown off and all that stuff. Like, oh, heaven forbid you see a boob, you know. But whatever. I don't know. Like, how many kids probably played Red Dead Redemption? Tons.
Or Grand Theft Auto.
I haven't seen any yet. Wait, are there boobs in RDR2?
No, you can literally blow someone's head off their shoulders with a shotgun.
So there are no boobs in RDR2. That's depressing.
Not that I'm
There is
aware of.
genitalia though.
Is there?
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
That was actually one of the big things. The the horse testicles will shrink and
Oh,
Oh, it's
hang
this whole
down
thing.
further
Okay.
depending upon the temperature.
unless you're looking, you're not even gonna notice that.
I'm both.
Or maybe I had a girl horse this whole time and I wasn't paying attention.
Never mind. All right. So, just in general for the game of Catherine Full Body, is anyone excited for it?
I never played the original one.
Okay.
So
I was too young to play the original, but I kind of played it anyway. But no, it's a really fun game.
I've heard it's really weird and it's
Yes.
like a puzzle game. There's like a scene at Evo. They're like playing that game competitively.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Really weird. Yeah, I don't know. I might check it out if the price is right and I have nothing else to play.
Honestly, I think
We'll see.
like Atlas is kind of my favorite Japanese third-party developer. As
Sure,
strange as
yeah,
it is to like
Atlas
throw
is
as many
pretty great.
qualifiers as it is onto it, you know, they made good games. You know,
They do.
like yeah, you know, they did Trauma Center, which I thought was good. And yeah, they also did Catherine. But all right, Omar, excited for Catherine Full Body?
Yeah, I'll definitely think about checking it out since I didn't play it originally.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing here. Atlas Games, it pretty much anything, any system, I'll pick it up and try it out.
Yeah. Anthony.
I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, it's not my kind of thing. Is all. It's like I don't like puzzle games, to be honest.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's not like for you know, it's inappropriate or whatever.
Mhm.
It's not like it's just hasn't caught my attention. Is all.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you.
Fair enough. Fun little tidbit there. If you play the game in Japanese, so like
yeah?
Japanese voices and everything, you can select like 11 different voice actresses for Catherine.
Yeah, I remember we had a conversation about this.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like,
that's
some
right.
of them are fairly big name. Like the Japanese voice actress for Asuna from SAO, the anime series, is one of them. And then yeah, they also have a fairly big name. So yeah, just
Neat.
yeah, fun little tidbit for that. Wow, I totally didn't fill in a gaming topic, and I'm next up on the sheet. Yeah. So Omar, tell us about those Black Ops 4 microtransactions. Rutro, Raggy.
Yeah, so a lot of good things are going on over there.
Yep.
Activision. But yeah, so Call of Duty Black Ops 4 has been blowing up like Call of Duty does every year.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the best seller of the year again.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, beat Red Dead Redemption in Game of the Year stuff, like picks anyway.
I was just talking about sales, but yeah, Game of the Year, that would be impressive as well. But yeah, so well after all of the reviews have come in now, they've released the microtransactions for Black Ops 4.
Sneaky.
And, yeah, a little sneaky.
Slightly.
So pretty much it's just a bunch of cosmetic stuff. So it's not like you're paying to win or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the way that they do it is a little not consumer friendly, I guess.
Okay.
So you pay like about $20 to unlock this pack that gives you different gun skins and that kind of stuff. But then what you have to do is you have to progress a certain number of tiers to actually unlock the skin after you've paid for it. The other thing is, after that, you can pay $1 per tier to keep going up. So
okay.
after you've already paid for the cosmetics, you need to unlock them, and clearly
Okay.
they set up a way for people to give them more money and able to be able to do that more quickly.
This sounds exactly like Fortnite. I'm not kidding. This is
No,
the
no,
Fortnite
you're right.
model.
You're
Like,
absolutely right. Like,
You pay for the battle pass. They give you like a couple skins up front,
yeah.
and then you work to get them. The only difference is it's not a free game. So that's what makes it a little weird. Is you're paying $60, and then on top of it, then you're buying an extra. I don't know how much this thing costs, but yeah, you know, you're paying another. Let's say 10. I'm not sure. Another $10 on top of this. Just,
Who knows?
Sorry,
I have no idea.
Forgive the numbers in the chat.
oh.
I had to make a note of
yeah.
something really quick.
So yeah, you're just paying whatever amount for it is, and then you gotta play more. Well, I mean, if you pay this money, I assume you're playing a lot. So
Oh yeah.
it's still weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a great trend, definitely. There was one other part of this that kind of made it a little worse, was that some people were actually getting the items unlocked before they were reaching the tier that they were supposed to.
Oh no.
And then yeah.
Lucky for them.
And then they released a hot fix that I guess you could say fixed the issue. But yeah, not a great look there right now. In this article, they compared it to what Fortnite does, but even then, it's still more expensive than the battle pass for Fortnite.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
And I should say this is from Wesley Yin Poole at Eurogamer.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So let's unpack this a little bit. Andrew, you think it's pretty much a copy paste of Fortnite, which is reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
I don't think it's a problem. I also think that they needed something like this, and they needed something to like make you want to progress more. Because in like a lot of the battle royale mode, the progression was not great. You would just like get a little bit of XP if you place within the top like 25 or something like that. I forgot what the placing is.
And it took forever to
And then you would just unlock like a character model. Here's the mystery man or whatever, the quiet man. And then
you got to bring that up for the next year's podcast.
Every
time.
Yeah, you just get like a skin or whatever, and then there you go. So now, I mean, this at least adds a little bit more depth to it, which I think it definitely needed in the progression side.
Okay.
So I should ask, with Fortnite, is there that option after you get the battle pass? Is there the option to pay more money to get to that? Okay.
Yes. I've seen like some streamers just go, I'm just gonna buy straight to level 50, like right now. You know, like they have enough money just to do it, so they just buy it all right away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
okay.
I don't know what that translates to because they'd all do it in their fake money. So I couldn't tell you.
$50 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anthony. Actually, before you go, sorry. This Black Ops 4 has a season pass and whatnot, right? Already?
Don't believe so.
I don't know.
I swear it does.
I don't think it does.
Not that I've seen.
Hold on. Black Ops 4 season pass. Yeah. Black Ops 4 DLC to be sold exclusively in season pass. What does the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 season pass include? Okay.
Probably some zombie modes.
Classified a bonus zombie experience, 4 additional all new zombies experiences, 12 multiplayer maps, versus Black Ops characters. Yeah, so it's your average Call of Duty season pass.
Yeah. It's like $25 usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Okay, so this like microtransaction thing is you basically pay $20 for a character for like a skin pack or whatever it is. Then when you equip everything, you can level up each individual thing by paying $1, correct?
If you want to just not grind for it, you can just pay it all.
Yeah. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad model. I don't really do season passes or anything like that, but at least it's giving people the option to do that, and it's not a massive exuberant like $5 to do it or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't really see it as a bad thing. It's kind of what we expect in every game nowadays.
Yeah.
So
I mean, just because we expect it doesn't necessarily make it right, you know?
I know, but it's not really.
It's nothing out of the norm.
It's
nothing out of the norm.
And the other point that they bring up in this article is just that when you're going through Fortnite and you're playing, you're earning those V-Bucks as you're playing towards the skins in the battle pack. And then whereas in Call of Duty, it's all just real world money. You don't earn anything in game that you can use to put towards the skins that you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a bit dodgy, then, if that's the case, because they need to at least give you something, I reckon, apart from just XP.
Yeah, something would be nice.
Yeah,
be very nice.
it's not guaranteed. Yeah, it's not. It's weird when it's not guaranteed, right? It's like
right, exactly.
Yeah, all this money, it's not guaranteed you get the thing you want.
Right.
Like, oh, this is a cool skin, but it's level 50. I gotta play.
Not only do I have to pay
hours.
$40, I have to play 40 hours.
And not saying like if you really like the game, you're gonna play 40 hours, right? But like
Right.
some people don't have that time.
Right. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
We got a year. Come on.
If we rewind all the way back to Black Ops 1, when it introduced like the COD credit system for multiplayer, like you had to pay like.
Remember that far back?
I
Okay.
don't remember that.
No, it's like by playing games, you got this arbitrary currency, and like to unlock weapons and everything, you had to pay this arbitrary currency. There was no way to real life buy it or anything, you know.
No, that was
Yeah. I always thought it was a strange tidbit about that system was that not only does it lock you behind you like the credits or whatever, but it also locks you behind level. And I always kind of figured it would make more sense to do one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like don't put another restriction on me for this, you know?
Sure.
But that's just my opinion. All right, so well, I'm bringing to the table. Casey Hudson has said that Mass Effect is in the works.
Right.
Oh no.
Oh dear God. So, what?
Kill me now.
Yeah. This was a little line. I don't want to say it was dropped as a hint, but it was a little bit tidbit. It was a little tidbit in an interview, an extended interview that he had gave. So yeah. What
was that with Game Informer?
I think it was. I think it was. Yeah.
I think I've read that somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. So, is this a sequel to Andromeda, or do you think what do we think this should be?
I have an interesting thing on this. There was a different interview when they were talking about Anthem. That I read. Anthem is apparently set in the same time as Commander Shepard when his whole war is happening.
Really?
Now the Game Informer brought up the question of if you got in a spaceship and flew directly towards the Mass Effect galaxy, basically, or the Milky Way, would you get there and could you basically partake in, is it kind of happening at that same time?
Yeah.
In a very roundabout way, they said yes, it is actually happening in that same time, and yes, it is technically possible to do it. So I'm thinking if that's the case, I'm thinking they might jump back to his time.
Okay,
maybe do it off his son or something if he had kids or whatever.
Depends on who you romanced.
True.
By the way, Liara is the canon romance option, but just fun fact.
Cool.
Anyway, yeah, that was kind of random, but anyway, so that could be more. That sounds more like a true to light Mass Effect 4, like continuation of 3 type thing. You guys think that's likely, or do you think it's going to go in another spin-off direction like Andromeda tried to? Or I guess the first question asked is this even remotely a sequel to Andromeda?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think that's possible.
Okay.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, with how bad the reaction was to Andromeda, I don't think they'd want to go back to that.
Okay.
Neither.
All right.
I also think, why does it matter to be Commander Shepard? Like, basically, it was just whatever you wanted him to be.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So.
Right.
That's a weird thing to even think about doing. It's like, oh, we'll do Commander Shepard again. I'm just like, why? Like,
I mean, in 3 he dies, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think.
No, kind of.
What?
I don't know what happens.
Kind of. There's like
You
I haven't played the
transcend.
games.
no.
You're
There's
like green or red. Something weird happens.
There's
and
like
then-
this 3-second scene at the end of it all, like at the credit scene and everything, where it's two contrasting black tones. Okay, so you can kind of make out silhouettes against darkness or whatever, like another black, and it's just like. It looks like there's a man like laying in a pile of rubble or something, and there's just like a gasp of breathe in or something.
Oh, okay.
And then black again.
Cuts.
Cuts.
I
Okay.
don't think he died.
By the way, just to set the record straight, I didn't mind Mass Effect 3's ending.
Neither did
I
I.
just played it too long ago to remember it.
Neither did I. I was fine with it.
I
Yeah, I
just-
don't know at all. Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't think they're going to go necessarily back to Shepard, but I reckon they're going to go to that time if they are going to do a Mass Effect game at all.
Do you think
Yeah.
Do you think?
I don't even. Go ahead.
Do you think we'd get like a prequel and you play as Garrus before the whole he meets Shepard?
That'd be cool, but I don't think that's happen.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at Red Dead, and like, this is a weird thing that's about it. Like Red Dead outdid like BioWare completely in like the role playing. Like, I think if you look at Red Dead 2 and it's
I don't know.
so deep, like all these things you can do in the game. And if you look at Andromeda, which came out like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. If you compare it to
You know,
Andromeda,
like-
yeah.
I mean, even the old games, like it's very surface level, like black or white. Like
Right.
I'm gonna shoot this man in the face, or I'm just gonna let him go.
I'm
Like,
not going to shoot this man in the face.
Yeah, so like they have all their work cut out for them.
Yeah,
like,
that's
in terms of story.
That's actually very interesting that you say that, because in that interview as well, it's actually in, I think, last month's Game Informer magazine. They were saying how with the whole choice thing that they're going to be doing, they don't want it to be, you know, if I do this, is it going to have a ripple effect later on? They want it to be very black and white.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that is kind of BioWare's style of doing role playing.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way they just do it. So, like they were discussing about when you're in, what's the town called? Fort Taris, I think it is, in Anthem. You know, when you're making decisions and whatever there, they don't want it to be massively in-depth kind of thing. So I think that's just the way they do it, to be honest.
Okay. That's fair.
It's funny, I just read that this morning. So, perfect timing.
I remembered like a YouTube video I watched the other night or something that had him in it, and yeah, they mentioned that. It's like, okay, I'll bring this up. Anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards this could be a maybe true to life Mass Effect 4. So maybe that's a little bit too high hopes, but definitely I agree on the whole Andromeda front. So it's like there's no way. Is everybody okay?
Yes.
To get you that as well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That was just door slamming. It's a bit windy here.
Okay. It's not my fire alarm going off again, so yeah,
True.
it's all good. All right, so movie and TV news. Little movie, Lion King. Did we see this? Like,
No,
did we
I
see
meant
this
to.
whole trailer? Like the poster?
I
and
didn't see.
everything?
I saw a screenshot of the trailer.
Okay.
I didn't see the actual whole thing.
Live
Neither did I.
action, you know,
But
a la Jungle
live
Book
action.
a few years ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And by live action, it's Disney's version of live action, which means like CGI animals out the
Heck yeah.
wazoo. Yeah. So
Like the Jungle Book, wasn't it?
yeah,
They did.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
They
yeah,
did that.
do you think? What do you think about that? Any good?
I like the cast that they have, at least.
Yeah, they have a really star-billed cast.
Yeah, it just always concerns me when an entire movie is CGI, especially with animals, just because it's very difficult to make that look good. Just in general, I remember when people were talking about Infinity War, and everyone was concerned that Thanos is the main enemy and he was going to have a ton of screen time, and he's just worried because there's never really been a CGI villain that really has looked good, and they definitely got it done with Thanos, but
Okay.
Yeah.
it's just there's so many animals that
Although
especially when they start talking, I have a feeling that's just gonna look
it's gonna look bad.
It's gonna throw you off.
Okay.
It's the same directors as the guys who did Jungle Book as well.
right.
Or the same director anyway, same guy.
Okay.
That's kind of why I'm uneasy
You don't
about it.
You know, like Jungle Book.
It looked nice, sort of.
It wasn't very nice though, was it?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was weird.
I didn't watch it.
I never saw it
I
either.
feel like I've seen the old Jungle Book. That was a wee lad.
Do they use
Yeah.
NVIDIA Furworks for all that, do you think?
What's that?
Do they use NVIDIA Furworks for that?
Yeah.
You know, did some that hybrid refer. You got a question in the chat there, Omar. Are you a former football manager?
Sure.
American football or
It's like, hold on, this is important.
American football, Australian football, or
All right.
right? Aussie rules.
Yeah. Anyway, so no.
I don't know.
Yes to all. Yes.
I kind of worry this is going to look a little bit like the whole fur dynamic is what Detective Pikachu looks like a bit. I mean, the trailer kind of looks good, but I think they need to. I don't know. I don't like live action.
It's not really live action though, right? When it's all CG.
Yeah. Right? Like this is kind of the.
That's like the issue, right? People were talking about, right? Like.
Yeah, I don't know. I still kind of wish that Disney never quite left their 2D animation space. Like.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay. Like, I mean, obviously they have Pixar for their 3D animation and everything.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm saying, like, Disney Studios themselves type thing. So, you know, like the people putting out Lion King.
But you can't just remake the 2D ones. You gotta
No,
capitalize on this nostalgia somehow.
Come up with new stuff.
You gotta
It'd actually be really interesting if they could do like a 3D version of Lion King instead of a live action version. Just because, I mean, that's essentially what it will be. Just be all CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it'd be interesting to see Pixar version of Lion King.
It's funny though because Disney actually calls it live action themselves.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
It's more like live voices.
I think there needs to be a new category. I think there needs to be a new category of movie for it type thing. Like you read the chat there, Andrew.
If the sets will all be CGI or if they'll actually have some.
Oh, I don't know.
That would be even more jarring, to be honest. Like if they did a set on top of CGI.
Well, that.
Sure. Yeah.
In the trailer, the first, because I just watched it just then, the first scene that they've got with the elephants and whatnot walking along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think some of it is going to be like real, and some of it's going to, or most of it's going to be CG. Because that first image or first shot was definitely real.
That looked real. Yeah. And then
like the whole background and trees and whatever.
Yeah, it's very well done. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Twitter post that I saw talking about the lighting.
Oh yeah.
The trailer.
Does it use ray tracing?
Comparing it to the shots from the original version, and just how the lighting was pretty dim in this trailer, and just that it didn't really make everything pop like it did in the original animated movie.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah,
no,
it does look a
doesn't
little
have ray
bit
tracing.
dull.
Yeah, I don't know. This is interesting. Especially, I don't know. I kind of like I extend this whole thing into like Star Wars and everything. We're gonna start seeing more and more CG characters in Star Wars now. So
yeah, the lighting's weird. It's like it's a bit overexposed.
it could be like they're just doing like they're trying to make it more vibrant, and they might do a couple lighting tricks to try and hide how blatant CG this is, or you know maybe some artifacting type thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So. All right. Are we gonna see it? I'm probably gonna see it.
Yeah, we'll see it.
Okay.
Talk about the.
I'll just make the decision for everybody. We'll see it.
Oh, yeah, of course we'll see it.
Don't play RuneScape. I don't know about these guys go.
Are you telling them not to play RuneScape?
Who's what? Who, when, how, which?
I'm saying it's like we don't play, or it's like I don't play RuneScape. I don't think anyone here does.
Soccer.
I used to.
Yeah. Okay. But
Yeah,
Jadiat's killed it, right?
Wait, who's bottom left?
That is
Omar.
I'm confused.
And then someone also said that Taylor looks like Brad Pitt. Take that how you will.
No, that was
Taylor.
Oh damn! I just refreshed it and now I can't see the chat.
I have like I have different stream than what's on, like it's streaming in different positions than what's actually on my Discord window. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stream. It's all
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
What's going? Okay, talk about it, please. I play it as well. What's so bad about RuneScape?
I don't know. It's an old. Last time I checked, a really old browser-based thing.
Is it still browser based?
Still is.
Nah,
I have
it's
no idea if it's
on
still browser-based.
Steam, isn't it?
No.
I don't think so.
I think so. Okay. We don't have names, do we?
Oh, that's probably.
You decide.
You're the one there.
Yeah. I'm
we
sorry.
usually
I
have
just
names
had to
for
make
this.
the Photoshop document before just jumping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast. I've
The
got
guy with the what's it call it? I
Yeah.
don't know. Oh, great.
It's on iPhones now too.
Is it? Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
you
sense.
decide. Yeah.
Yeah, that
All
makes
right. So
Probably
top
play it on a
left is
crafting calculator.
me. I'm Taylor. Top right is Anthony, resident
You
Australian.
sound really
Bottom
thrilled.
left
So excited
is
for this.
Omar.
It's like,
Editor
can't be
here.
bothered.
Bottom right is Andrew, video dude here.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. We're talking about. We were talking about gaming, but now we're into kind of the ending segments of movie and next up anime news. Although this does kind of tie into gaming a little bit. The Kill la Kill game coming to Switch. That's actually that's actually the news bit right there. Yeah, the Kill la Kill game that's in development right now is coming to Switch. I'm doing well.
Oh, you're doing really well.
Yeah.
A rude introduction with a lot of attitude. Fair enough. Taylor, you're getting hate.
Hey man, go rewatch the clip at the very with all of us introducing ourselves from the beginning.
Yeah.
Rude.
Okay.
Why are you such a rude streamer?
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I just want people to be resourceful, you know.
He's got no time for that. Clearly,
Think for yourself, people.
he's got no time.
Oh dear.
Don't just follow.
All right. So anyway, anyone excited for the Kill la Kill game, or else?
No, I know
No,
you.
no
I know
one
you
cares.
are.
Oh, I am. Yeah, I'm definitely getting it on Switch. You know. So,
Eee.
what is going
Is
on?
it just Switch or is it?
No,
is
it's coming out on I think PS4 also, but up until now that was the only platform that was coming to, but now it's coming to Switch.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
Do you see a competitive scene taking off for this, Andrew?
Sorry,
Do you see a competitive scene for the Kill la Kill game coming off?
I don't even know what it looks like. I should probably
Okay.
Google that. Kill la
We
Kill.
really know what we're talking about.
Kill la Kill game. I have no idea. I have no idea what the anime is.
I know
Neither.
Oh,
Right.
and this is like a 3D, basically, like one of those Naruto games or whatever. Right?
Sure.
Oh,
Jump.
Naruto.
Naruto. How do you say it?
Naruto, that's it.
Yeah,
The quality's just taking a massive dip, too.
It's getting late. Yeah, I don't think so. The games like the 3D style games like that usually Jump Force and all that stuff, or the new ones that are coming out are just don't. I mean, they probably have their scenes, right? But they're not necessarily like the games that get featured.
Yeah, you're not gonna see him in Evo.
No, they're just so kind of like there's scale involved, but the spacing and stuff is not like a thing that
Okay.
does that make sense? Like,
No, I see what you're saying.
like you're just flying around the screen and like pressing buttons a lot of time, and I'm sure
Yeah.
there's a strategy to it all, but there's not like a.
Like Tekken 7.
Yeah.
What about Tekken 7? We can talk about Tekken 7 all day, and how great that game is.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, I forgot to mention earlier the game that I bought. If you guys are in a family setting, you need to buy Jackbox Party Pack 5.
Okay.
I just picked that game up because I like to, like I always buy one before I go home, and this one has this hilarious like rap game. You like a robot rap. It is
I love it.
fantastic. There's just like a robot, like an automated voice that's like raps whatever you write down. It is so good.
Okay.
I was not expecting it to be good, and then
It's
all of a
good.
sudden my family was just
It's
cracking out, and like. It's hard when you get like your dad playing and he doesn't understand it, so like his lines are just like one word.
Yeah.
It just makes it so dumb and funny. It's really good. I really highly recommend that game.
All right. Awesome. Omar,
Cool.
did you ever watch Kill la Kill?
I have never.
Okay. It's pretty
I
solid.
have an idea of what it's about. I know what the main character looks like, but
Okay.
yeah, as far as I know, the only thing I know about it is a giant sword that looks like a broken pair of scissors or something.
Yes, and that's important.
Oh,
That's important.
All right.
Alright.
But yeah,
So
I mean, it's great for fans of the anime. I've never been a huge fan of
What?
games that were based on anime. The only ones I really ever had some fun with were the Naruto Shippuden games.
okay.
Yeah, it looks similar to that.
Or
Right?
Ninja Storm, I should say, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be fun, I'm sure, for people who watch that anime.
Fair enough. You decided. I have a question. Can I ask it to the podcast? Yes, and while you're answering to it, I'm going to respond to a couple of requests we got in the chat. So, to repeat the intro,
Ah.
okay, I'm going to put on my nice.
Taking requests now.
Yeah. So, I
Don't give in.
I'm Taylor. I'm up in the top left here. Okay. I'm joined by Anthony Dennis, the resident Australian.
Hello, I'm the Australian person.
Yeah,
So
he's in the top
I'm
right there.
surrounded by American people. So
Come on, you gotta be nice. Gotta be nice now, Anthony. Come on.
I am nice, am I not?
Yeah, you're the resident Australian, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, top right. And then bottom left is Omar, who's an editor.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
He's lost his voice.
Okay. And
Yeah.
bottom right is Andrew, who's a media dude.
My name's Andrew.
This podcast now features ASMR.
Oh no. Yeah.
And we are joined by a special guest. You decide.
Yeah. Which I have an inclination that may be Omar, but anyway.
Who?
There's
Ooh.
nothing, it's okay.
I don't know.
I think we're beating nothing, it's all good.
You just got called out there, Omar.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh.
Oh, here we go, you see. This is Nick.
There you go.
Dear God, man. Is that your response? Okay.
Again, but louder. Oh dear.
No.
Mom,
Just
I'm watching the podcast.
no, Anthony, what games are coming out this week? Go for it.
Gee, I don't know. So on the 27th, which is in 2 days' time for us, or
It's the 24th
what,
here.
3 days' time. Yeah, true. We have Battled. What the heck?
Yes, ask your
Battletech
question.
Flashpoint expansion, which is coming to PC on November the 27th. Your questions will be answered after this segment, so please hold. Darksiders 3 is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One on November the 27th as well. This War of Mine Complete Edition is going to Switch also on November the 27th. I can hear people talking, but I'm not desisting. What is being said?
I don't know. Taylor's losing his mind.
Yeah, sounds like it. Okay, what else we got? We have Artifact, which is going to PC on November. Taylor, you're throwing me off. What are you doing?
I'm laughing at the question he asked.
He's having a hard time.
Oh,
Okay. R-Type Dimensions X is going to PC and Switch on November the 28th as well. Horizon Chase Turbo is going to Xbox One and Switch, also on November the 28th. Lots of Switch stuff this week.
Hmm.
Asterix and Obelix. Who remembers that?
Nope.
What was it?
Nope.
What did it used to be called? The TV show thing? Can't remember what it's called.
Got nothing.
It's kind of PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on November the 29th. Hacksaw is going to PC on November the 29th as well. Rollercoaster Tycoon Adventures is going to Switch on November the 29th, and for the EU is December the 13th. Fimble is going to PC and PS4 on November the 29th as well. Nari Tower of Shirin is going to PC and Switch on November the 29th. I probably fully just botched that name. Jelly Break is going to Switch on November the 28th as well. Abzu is going to Switch on November the 29th. Ride 3 is going to PC, PS4, and Xbox One on November the 30th. Thea 2 The Shattering is going to Steam Early Access on November the 30th. Ark Survival Evolved is going to Switch on November the 30th as well. Escape Dude Land is going to PC, Switch on November the 30th.
That sounds amazing.
I don't want to escape, dude.
I reckon. Red Dead Online Beta is going to PS4 and Xbox One in November, no day, apparently. November
Okay.
30th, I think that means. I don't have a day for it, but November the 30th, I have a very strong idea. And that's it for this week.
All right. Awesome. So, Andrew, where do the good people find you on the internet?
You can find me on all various platforms at Duronsky, DURONSKI.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. So that's like Twitter. You stream.
That's
a
like
bit on
Twitter,
Twitch.
Instagram, Mixer,
Yeah.
Twitch.
Space.
No, I don't think I have one of those anymore.
Oh, come on, man. Get with the times.
Friendster.
Anthony, what's wrong?
PC Mini! I don't know. I'm just catching up on the chat. Is
Oh,
all.
okay. All right. Yeah. Omar, how about yourself?
You can find my Twitch in the chat I posted. I said, "This is me."
Dear God, man.
You can also find me on Twitter at obbanat, BANAT.
Okay.
I post
Cool.
nothing exciting, so go ahead and follow me.
Good pitch.
Fair enough.
I'm sold.
Very much encouraged. Anthony, COG is your life. So,
No way.
Yeah.
I don't want to be fired by these people.
I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoyed it.
Oh man. Okay.
What do you
Find
mean
me.
these people?
Find me at Infurious Elicon. It's my personal Twitter. Okay.
Yeah.
Tweet about all sorts of lovely things. Okay. So, anyway. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Things are finally kind of remotely back to normal here on the Power Up Podcast, okay? All the
Yay.
business dealings with Corsair have been done. The New Age fraudulent case has been resolved. My PC is semi-built, semi-working, sitting next to me.
The CPU hasn't died yet.
Yes.
What are we doing with Game of the Year? Are we working on stuff like that soon?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's something we're doing?
Yes.
However, you didn't put your name down, so you're not in the chat.
It's true. I should probably do that. I've been busy, so busy the last 2 weeks.
Do you want to do the media thing for it or the writing side?
I
for it?
would love to be involved in all of the media stuff. Just let me
Alright,
know
cool.
what to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
fine. Just pass me up. Why not?
I can help anything you need me to help. Editing and such.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, cool. I'll let you up later for it then. All right.
Are we
so
still live or what?
Yeah,
we're
we're
still
still live. This is a
Yeah.
podcast. We're watching. Having a good time.
This is a little bit of preview of the content upcoming. So yeah, we're of course doing Game of the Year stuff. We're gonna.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna be doing.
we are also. Yep, go, charge.
Okay, we're gonna be doing the writing portion of that, which is gonna be separate from the media portion of it.
Okay.
Although honestly, that media portion is gonna be like branded as under Power Up. Also, just for convenience sake, we're probably gonna do like a bid celebration podcast, kind of like.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Awesome
We're basically
bottles.
gonna do like a live. I don't want to say marathonish stream, but a decently long stream. You know, we're just gonna be talking about games that we liked
8 hours.
this year, giving the awards, so to speak, and whatnot. So, yeah, and then I don't know. I don't know what we're doing to the written side fully. I'm not fully briefed. on
We
that whole thing.
have a top 25/top 50 weapons list coming up. So the most iconic weapons in video games. That
Most of all.
is, I don't know, that is like a quarter of the way done ish. So that'll probably be out in 2 weeks' time, something like that.
Yeah.
We missed the Retro Rumble podcast this week due to some technical issues as well with that one. So that will also be happening probably next weekend or sometime early this week. Oh, next week, I mean. And apart from that, that's about it from me. So I'm good.
All right, and then if you haven't, go read our top 25. We did 25 for FPSs, right?
25?
Yeah, we
I
did
don't
25 for FPSs. Okay, we
Got
did
it.
50 for the RPGs. Okay. Anyway, so yeah.
It's been getting pretty great reviews so far.
Oh yeah, people hate us. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad place. See you later.